Hey, true believers, Englentine here with the continuing saga of Stan Lee. Man, this thing's getting messed up. So I've got people going freaking nuts over a video I made about the abuse he's suffering at the hands of Stan Lee's daughter. Some people seem to think that, one, I published it after Stan Lee made his announcement, and two, they never watched the video, so F you guys who commented on the title. Seriously? Yeah, because I'm not that kind of guy. What I do is I question things. So yeah, I commented on if the daughter was doing it, but I also commented on the fact that it could all be made up. You never know. And I'll say this, the video that Stan Lee made, it could have been done with false information as well. We've seen it before. We have seen Stan Lee trotted out to do a speech with false information before. So I always remain skeptical about everything. Anyway, since these people who are getting mad didn't see the live stream where I talked about Stan Lee debunking everything, I figured I'll do this. Maybe it'll get a little more attention and they could shut the fuck up about it. Because good Lord in heaven, save us from people who comment on titles alone. Oh, also, ladies and gentlemen, if you're the type of person who goes, all he wants is clicks and views, shut the fuck up. Everybody in YouTube just wants clicks and views. Seriously. Does that mean they're insincere? No. Fuck you for thinking if you think that's the case. But there is not a person on YouTube that says, here's a video, I hope no one watches it. Everyone wants clicks and views. Now, I care for Stan Lee, so if I hear news that somebody's drawing his blood to make ink for comic books, hell yeah, I'm going to report on that. If I hear that the people around him are abusing him, hell yeah, I'm going to talk about that too. It's something that is worthy of talking about. So of course I'm going to be talking about it. I worry about that kind of thing. So anyway, this is what he said on that TMZ video. Hi, this is Stan Lee, and I'm calling on behalf of myself and my friend Kea Morgan. Kea, whatever. Now, you people have been publishing the most hateful, harmful material about me and my friend Kea, and some other material which is totally incorrect, totally based on slander, totally the type of thing that I'm going to sue your ass off when I get a chance. You have been accusing me, no we haven't, and my friends of doing things that are so unrealistic and unbelievable that I don't know what to say. It's as though you suddenly have a personal vendetta against me and against the people I work with. Well, I want you to know I'm going to spend every penny I have to put a stop to this and to make you sorry that you've suddenly gone on a one-man campaign against somebody with no proof, no evidence, no anything, but you've decided that people were mistreating me and therefore you are going to publish those articles. Yeah, if somebody hears that Stan Lee's being mistreated, I hope we hear about it. Now, granted, it's better if they come up with proof, you know, because that's what makes fact from rumor. But I understand wanting to publish an article if you hear that Stan Lee's being abused. I'm going to get the best and most expensive lawyers I can, and I want you to know if you don't stop these articles and publish retractions, I am going to sue your ass off. There you go. That's what he said. This is what I read in the live stream. Oh, and speaking of sue your ass off and saying that people were doing unspeakable things, Stan Lee filed a lawsuit. Yeah, it's against the Oliveras guy. What is his name? Gerardo Oliveras? Yeah. Conversion fraud, financial abuse of an elder. Abuse of an elder? Misappropriation of name and likeness, common law misappropriations of name and likenesses, and demand for accounting. A lawsuit has actually been filed, and some of the things that have been reported on are in the lawsuit. The ink, that's in the lawsuit. So some of those horrible things that he's saying were false in this Kea copyrighted video that Stan Lee has done. Yeah, that's true. If I show any of that video, I could get copyright strike. Now, granted, fair use probably would cover it, but he did it. But anyway, yeah, some of the things that he's saying were not true. He's suing Gerardo Oliveras for. So some of it happened. So, yeah, there's more to this story than lets on. And that's why it took me so long to talk about the fact that Stan Lee was debunking this, because I wanted to wait to see the other shoe drop. I think there's more to it, and I think there's even more to it than we've seen so far. I really do. I don't think we've seen the end of this story. But, you know, could be wrong. Maybe it's just as simple as it's only this Gerardo Olivares guy, or at least according to Stan Lee, he thinks so. Now, Olivares is said to be a member of the Hands of, what is it? Hands of Respect? What is that? Hold on, I lost it. Hands of Respect. As well as a member of Defendant 999 Donnie LLC. Defendant Donnie LLC is a California limited liability company conducting business in Los Angeles, California, and a special purpose vehicle created by Olivares and was used to purchase a condominium on the seventh floor of a complex located at 999 Donnie Drive, Beverly Hills, California. Hey, 90210. There you go. That's cool. Anyway, yeah, looks like the bad things that we're supposed to not believe happened did actually happen, but they just happened to a different person. I think I'll do a live stream about the lawsuit, because there's a lot to talk about here and a lot to unpack. And holy Toledo. It looks like it's going to be a fun one. Now remember, the bit about Stan Lee's daughter abusing was talking about how there were people surrounding her, influencing her. Olivares, in the lawsuit, is even stated as a former business associated with Lee's daughter. J.C. Lee was one of such opportunists. Olivares, a former business associate of Lee's daughter, J.C. Lee, was one such opportunist, talking about Olivares. After Jones' death, Olivares took unauthorized and fraudulent acts and omissions by taking on fiduciary role managing Lee's professional and financial affairs. As a result of Olivares' acts and omissions and violating the trust Lee accorded him, Lee was induced into losing a tremendous amount of money, as monies and assets were transferred to Olivares by Lee without Lee being aware these actions were being taken. Many of Olivares' acts in managing, and there's quotation marks around that, Lee's financial affairs greatly benefited Olivares both financially and in terms of his professional reputation, resulting from his publicized association with Lee. Olivares abused his relationship of trust with Lee and J.C. Lee, knowledge of Lee and J.C. Lee's confidential business and estate planning operations, and ability to mislead Lee due to his advanced age. Yeah, we apparently we saw a video where somebody had to remind him how to spell his name or what to put down, which means, and I'm sorry to say this, guys who are wanting to tar and feather me for commenting about the abuse of Lee by his daughter and by what's his name. If he's that easily influenced, he's that easily influenced. Whether it's his daughter, or somebody else. He loves his daughter, and I'm not saying that. I'll bet his daughter loves him. There might be some heat there. We don't really know. All we know is what we're told, and on Monday we may be told one thing, on Tuesday another. This is the way it's been. But what it says is there is a video where he is flat out saying how much of a friend this Kea guy is. Maybe. But that doesn't make people like Kevin Smith the bad guy for offering to take him off his hands, to say, come over here, you'll be around friend. You're my friend. I want. But I've actually heard that Kevin Smith is a bad guy because he commented on it, because Lee came out with those other videos. So what are you supposed to do? We can't talk about it. If we do talk about it, we're evil. I'm not exactly sure that's as productive as people want to think either. Granted, this is a crazy time for him, and it has been since Joan died. It really does seem like Joan was, and this was also in that article that was written about how J.C. Lee was abusing her father, that Joan was the level-headed one. She was grounded. Lee wants to please people around him. He likes being the center of attention. He likes people liking him. That was mentioned in that article as well. We don't know everything, guys. I don't know if we ever will. But that's not going to stop me from talking about things. I'm not going to pull videos down. I'm not going to go, oh my gosh, you guys are bullying me, I better back off. I will do stuff like this, and I'll probably talk about the lawsuit in depth as well. I just think this is very interesting. I think we need to go through this and see what it says. You know, because this is something that I think a lot of people are concerned about. And I understand. I understand the anger. I understand people looking at it and saying, well, this is just one more person taking advantage of. If you see I've got a video up and it's like, hey, Stan Lee's daughter is abusing his ass, and you want to say, whoa, 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 you're just trying to get clicks and views. Well, yeah, I'm trying to get clicks and views, but I worry about Stan Lee. Now ask yourself something. You could turn on me in a heartbeat. That's fine. You don't know me from Adam, but you don't know this Kea guy either. You do know, however, that people are saying that Stan Lee is easily manipulated. You did hear on one video where he had to be told his name. So why aren't you worried about the people around Stan Lee treating him well? Just a question. When it comes right down to it, I think most comic book fans care for Lee's good health. Well, you know, he's 95. We want him basically to be Stan Lee, that we all know and love. Let him live out his days as that. We understand. I mean, guys, if he lives to the end of the year, that'd be great. If he's got more than 5 years left in him, it'll damn near be a miracle. But before we go turning on each other because you're talking about that, you know, just relax. We all care. Most of us care. I've gotten comments that pretty much have stated that they just wish Stan Lee would die already. That's horrible. But most of us care about his health, and we want the good things for him. So let's just accept that and try to follow the story as it happens. But that's just my opinion. What is yours? What do you think about this whole fiasco? Let me ask you this. Are you the kind of person whose opinion has changed with every story? Are you the type of person that at the beginning of all of this, you said, I don't believe it. I don't believe anybody's drawing his blood. I don't believe anybody's abusing him. I just think everything's okay. Or are you the type of person who thinks that anybody who talks about this is absolutely evil? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, click like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell because, you know, hey, cool things happen around these parts, and I would hate for you to miss it. Especially every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Comic Book Thunderdome, putting up two geeks against each other, fighting out all the fights and debating all the debates you might hear in any comic book shop or game store. It's a lot of fun. Check it out every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Comic Book Thunderdome, right here on I Love Comics. Also, this is the way I make a living, so if you don't mind heading on over to Patreon, drop $1 in the till, help me keep making videos for you, help me get some better equipment and better software to make better videos for you as well. Like, thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.